Your healing journey thinks it's finished when it's actually just beginning. This isn't about finding a perfect replica of yourself. It's about finding someone whose imperfections complement yours, creating a whole greater than the sum of its parts. It's about accepting the darkness, the shadows, the parts of yourselves you'd rather keep hidden in the dusty attic of your subconscious. Because those shadows, those hidden fears and insecurities, are often the most potent catalysts for growth and deeper understanding. They're the secret ingredients in the recipe for a truly meaningful connection. It's a challenging, sometimes terrifying, but ultimately rewarding process. And that's the beauty of it, it's not easy. But it's real. And sometimes, real is far more fulfilling than perfect. It's a partnership forged in the fires of shared vulnerabilities and the resilience to overcome them together. It's about accepting flaws, embracing the chaos, and finding joy in the journey, even when the path is less than smooth. Imagine love as a labyrinth. You and your partner navigate its twists and turns, confronting your inner monsters along the way. Each corner reveals a new facet of yourselves, some beautiful, some terrifying. It's not a straight path to happily ever after. It's a winding road filled with unexpected detours and breathtaking vistas. Sometimes you'll get gloriously lost, stumbling upon hidden chambers of intimacy and understanding. Other times, you'll find yourselves trapped in dead ends, facing your deepest fears and insecurities head-on. The journey isn't about avoiding monsters, it's about facing them together. It's about learning to dance with the shadows, to embrace the darkness within yourselves and your partner. Because true intimacy blossoms in those dark corners. It's a process of constant evolution, a dance between light and shadow, where vulnerability and strength intertwine. Think of it as a delicate ecosystem, where both partners are essential for its survival and growth. It's a continuous negotiation, a constant push and pull, a delicate balance between independence and interdependence. It's a messy, sometimes chaotic, but ultimately deeply satisfying dance of self-discovery. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. It's a journey of mutual growth, shared experiences, and facing the world together, hand in hand, ready to conquer any labyrinth that comes your way. True love isn't finding your perfect match. It's finding someone who helps you become a more complete, and slightly less terrifying, version of yourself. Think of it as a symbiotic relationship between two slightly damaged souls, patching each other up while occasionally inflicting new wounds. A successful relationship isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about navigating it with brutal honesty and a shared sense of dark humor. It's about finding someone who understands your quirks, anxieties, deepest fears, and still chooses to stay. It's about accepting the messy reality of being human, together. It's not about finding someone who completes you. That's a myth. It's about finding someone who challenges you, pushes you to grow, and helps you become the best version of yourself, even if that version still has a few cracks and a tendency to overthink things. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and a healthy dose of acceptance. Remember, even the strongest bonds have their moments of friction. The key is learning to navigate those moments, to find humor in the chaos, and to emerge stronger on the other side. It's about recognizing that love isn't always a fairy tale. Sometimes it's a thrilling, unpredictable adventure. Jung believed that the most fulfilling relationships are those where both partners are actively engaged in the process of individuation, becoming their most authentic selves. This isn't a passive process, it's a continuous journey of self-discovery, confronting your shadow self, and integrating those often uncomfortable aspects into your sense of self. It's about embracing the complexities of human nature, both your own and your partner's. It's about understanding that true intimacy involves a willingness to be vulnerable, to share your deepest fears and insecurities, and to accept your partner's imperfections with grace and understanding. It's about finding someone who not only loves you for who you are, but also supports your growth and encourages you to become even more fully yourself. It's a journey of mutual growth, shared experiences, and facing the world together, hand in hand, ready to conquer any labyrinth that comes their way. This isn't to say that relationships are always easy, they're not. They require work, compromise, and a willingness to navigate conflict constructively. But the rewards are immeasurable. The depth of connection, the shared joy, the mutual support. These are the things that make a relationship truly meaningful. It's about building a strong foundation of trust, respect, and understanding, a foundation that can withstand life's inevitable storms. It's a constant negotiation, a delicate dance between independence and interdependence, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. And, let's be honest, a constant source of amusement, especially when considering the sheer absurdity of it all. After all, who would have thought that two flawed individuals could create something so beautiful, so enduring, so profoundly human? The answer, my friend, is that we all can, if we're brave enough to face our shadows, hand in hand. It's about recognizing that love isn't a passive state, it's an active process. It's not simply a feeling, but a choice, a commitment to nurturing the relationship, tending to its needs, and actively participating in its growth. Think of it like a garden. It requires consistent care, weeding out negativity, nurturing the positive, and providing the right conditions for it to flourish. And just like a garden, relationships require a balance of sun and shade, growth and rest, tending and letting be. Sensing nature's gentle presence, she was invited forward. Jung believed that true love wasn't about finding a perfect match, but about finding someone who complements you, someone who challenges you to grow, and someone who helps you integrate your shadow self into your conscious life. It's about facing your demons together, not running from them. It's about accepting the messy, imperfect reality of being human, both individually and as a couple. It's about finding beauty in the chaos, finding humor in the absurdity, and finding solace in the shared journey. And yes, occasionally you might find yourself screaming into a pillow. Because, let's face it, sometimes relationships are just plain weird. But that's part of the beauty, isn't it? The messy, beautiful, sometimes terrifying, always fascinating dance of two souls intertwined. The kind of love that's less a fairy tale and more a thrilling, slightly terrifying adventure. Jung emphasized individuation, becoming a whole person, as crucial for healthy relationships. It's not about finding your perfect half, it's about becoming a complete whole with someone. Think of it like two jigsaw puzzles, each with missing pieces. Individuation is completing your own puzzle first, revealing your unique shape and edges. Then, you can find someone whose completed puzzle complements yours, creating a breathtaking, if somewhat unconventional, masterpiece. This isn't a passive process, it requires active self-reflection, confronting your own insecurities and flaws. It's about acknowledging your shadow self, that darker, less palatable part of you, and integrating it into your conscious life. It's like cleaning out your attic. It's messy, dusty, and you might find some things you'd rather forget. But facing it head-on is essential for personal growth. And besides, you might uncover some hidden treasures along the way. A truly fulfilling relationship, then, isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about navigating it with a shared understanding of your individual complexities and a healthy dose of self-awareness. It's a collaborative effort in self-discovery, a journey of mutual growth and, frankly, a whole lot of hilarious mishaps along the way. After all, who said that personal growth had to be boring? Apparently, opposites attract really means prepare for a lifetime of fascinatingly dysfunctional arguments. It's like two magnets, constantly repelling and attracting, creating a chaotic, but strangely compelling dance. Think of it as a perpetual motion machine fueled by caffeine and witty insults. You're constantly challenging each other, pushing boundaries, and learning to navigate the intricate landscape of your combined neuroses. And that, my friends, is where the true magic lies. Because sometimes, the most rewarding relationships aren't the easy ones, but those that challenge you to grow, to evolve, to become a more complete, and slightly more eccentric, version of yourself. It's a messy, beautiful, occasionally terrifying journey, filled with laughter, tears, and the occasional existential crisis. But hey, at least you'll never be bored. And that, in itself, is a kind of love story, isn't it? The kind that's less a fairy tale and more a thrilling, slightly terrifying adventure. The realization dawns. True love isn't a feeling. It's a choice, a commitment to navigating the messy, often challenging realities of two imperfect souls. Suddenly, those butterflies feel less like romance and more like a pre-fight adrenaline rush. It's like signing up for a particularly intense, emotionally charged marathon with a partner who occasionally trips you up on purpose. You begin to see your relationship not as a fairy tale, but as a complex, ongoing negotiation between two flawed individuals. It's less happily ever after and more we're still figuring this out, and somehow we're still together. It's a constant process of understanding, compromising, and accepting that your partner isn't a perfect being sent from the heavens, but a slightly quirky, deeply flawed human being, just like you. And that, my friends, is the beauty of it all. The imperfect perfection, if you will. The messy, chaotic, and utterly hilarious reality of truly knowing someone, the kind of knowing that goes beyond the surface, past the carefully curated Instagram posts, and into the heart of the wonderfully weird and gloriously imperfect human being they really are. Because let's face it, perfection is boring. And who wants boring? It's a constant dance, a delicate balancing act between two individuals striving for connection amidst the chaos of their own inner worlds. Think of it as a beautifully orchestrated symphony of neuroses, where the highs are exhilarating and the lows are, well, let's just say they provide ample material for future therapy sessions. And that's okay. Because even the most harmonious symphonies have their dissonant moments. The key is to find the rhythm, to learn to dance with the discord, and to find beauty in the imperfection. It's about accepting the messy, unpredictable, and downright terrifying aspects of both yourself and your partner. It's about acknowledging the shadows, vulnerabilities, and moments of doubt, and finding a way to navigate them together, hand in hand, even when those hands are occasionally covered in metaphorical mud. Because true intimacy isn't about finding someone who perfectly complements you. It's about finding someone who can tolerate your utter weirdness and still want to spend their life with you. Someone who can laugh at your neuroses, celebrate your quirks, and hold your hand while you face your demons. Someone who understands that happily ever after is less a destination and more a continuous journey of self-discovery, shared laughter, and the occasional, hilariously awkward, existential crisis. Because, let's be honest, life with a partner is a rollercoaster of emotions, and the best rides are the ones that leave you breathless, slightly terrified, and completely, utterly, and wonderfully alive. It's a journey of two slightly damaged souls, patching each other up while occasionally inflicting new wounds, all while laughing at the absurdity of it all. And that, my friends, is the essence of a truly meaningful relationship. It's about embracing the absurdity of it all, the unexpected twists and turns life throws your way. Imagine love as a constantly evolving artwork, a collaborative masterpiece painted with joy and sorrow, laughter and tears, moments of profound connection, and the occasional, hilariously awkward argument over who gets the last slice of pizza. It's a dynamic process, a constant negotiation, a dance between two souls simultaneously trying to understand themselves and each other. And sometimes the dance is a little clumsy, a little offbeat, even a little painful. But it's in those clumsy, offbeat, painful moments that the true beauty lies. It's in the imperfections, in the shared vulnerabilities, in the ability to laugh at the absurdity of it all, that the deepest connections are forged. Because let's face it, perfection is boring. And who wants boring? We're talking about real love here, the kind that's messy, unpredictable, and utterly intoxicating. The kind that challenges you, pushes you, and occasionally leaves you wondering if you've made a terrible mistake. But even in those moments of doubt, there's a certain comfort, a shared understanding, a silent acknowledgement that you're both in this crazy, beautiful mess together. And that, my friends, is something truly special. Something worth fighting for, worth laughing about, worth cherishing, even when the sunflowers wilt and the pizza is gone. It's about finding someone who sees the chaos within you and loves you anyway, someone who can appreciate the symphony of your neuroses, and who isn't afraid to join in the dance. It's about accepting the imperfections, the quirks, the downright bizarre aspects of your partner's personality, and embracing them as part of the unique tapestry of your relationship. Think of it like a perfectly imperfect jigsaw puzzle. Each piece, no matter how oddly shaped or slightly chipped, contributes to the overall picture. Some pieces might even seem completely out of place, like that one time your partner wore mismatched socks to a formal dinner, or when they insisted on naming the pet goldfish Kevin Bacon. But these seemingly random, slightly off-kilter pieces are what make the puzzle truly unique, truly them. They're the unexpected flourishes that add depth, character, and a whole lot of laughter to the overall masterpiece. The sensing of warmth seemed to call her toward brighter moments. And just like a jigsaw puzzle, your relationship will have its missing pieces, its moments of frustration, its times when you question whether you have the right picture. But that's okay. It's in the process of piecing it all together, navigating the challenges, and celebrating the triumphs, laughing at the absurdity of it all, that you truly discover the beauty and resilience of your bond. It's a testament to your shared journey, mutual growth, and your ability to find joy even in the most chaotic moments. Because let's be honest, life is messy, love is messy, and relationships are definitely messy. But isn't that the beauty of it all? The glorious, imperfect, hilarious, and utterly captivating mess that is love? It's about the shared laughter during those late-night existential crises, the comforting silence when words fail, and the unwavering support when life throws its inevitable curveballs. Think of it as a team sport, a constant negotiation, a never-ending game of how well do we know each other's deeply buried insecurities. Sometimes you'll score a touchdown, other times you'll fumble spectacularly. But as long as you're both in the game, cheering each other on, and occasionally laughing at the epic fails, that's what truly matters. It's a messy, beautiful, and occasionally terrifying dance of two souls, constantly evolving, constantly learning, constantly surprising each other. The warmth seemed to call them toward brighter moments. This isn't about finding someone who completes you. You are already complete, even if you are a gloriously flawed, slightly neurotic, beautifully messy masterpiece. It's about finding someone who appreciates the masterpiece you are, cracks and all, someone who celebrates your quirks and encourages your growth, someone willing to share in the chaos, the joy, and the occasional existential meltdown over the meaning of life, and the best way to cook a perfect steak. It's a partnership, a collaboration, a shared adventure into the often unpredictable, occasionally hilarious, always captivating landscape of being human. And that, my friend, is the true essence of love, a messy, beautiful, and undeniably human connection. This isn't about finding a perfect match. It's about finding someone who complements your chaos, someone who understands your midnight existential crises and your 3 a.m. ice cream cravings. Someone who can laugh at your questionable life choices and offer a comforting hug when you inevitably trip and fall, metaphorically or literally. It's about finding a partner in crime, a fellow adventurer in the wild, unpredictable wilderness of life. A relationship, in its truest form, is a shared journey through the ups and downs, the laughter and tears, the triumphs and failures. Think of it as a collaborative art project, where you and your partner are co-creators, constantly adding your unique strokes of color and personality to the masterpiece that is your relationship. It's not a perfectly symmetrical painting, it's a vibrant, expressive collage, full of unexpected textures and vibrant hues, reflecting the complexity and beauty of your shared experiences. It's a messy, beautiful, evolving tapestry woven from the threads of your individual lives, a testament to your resilience, your shared laughter, and your ability to find joy even amidst the inevitable chaos. And that, my friends, is the heart of a truly fulfilling connection, a messy, beautiful, and wonderfully imperfect masterpiece. It's not about finding someone who perfectly fits your preconceived notions of the one, but rather, someone who challenges those notions, who pushes you to grow and evolve, and who embraces your flaws as much as your strengths. It's about finding a partner in exploration, a fellow traveler on this strange, often bewildering journey we call life. Someone who shares your sense of humor, even if that humor leans toward the slightly morbid. Think of it as a dance, a sometimes clumsy, sometimes elegant waltz between two souls, each with its own unique rhythm and tempo. There will be stumbles, moments of breathtaking grace, and undoubtedly laughter. Sometimes at your own expense, sometimes at the absurdity of it all. The key is not to avoid the stumbles, but to embrace them, learn from them, laugh at the ridiculousness, and find joy in the shared experience. Because that's where the magic truly happens, in shared laughter, mutual understanding, and unwavering commitment to navigating life's complexities together. And that, my friends, is a love story worth telling, far more interesting than any rom-com could ever hope to be. It's about accepting the shadows, imperfections, and quirks that make each of you uniquely you. It's not about erasing those parts, it's about integrating, understanding, and finding beauty even in the darkness. It's about finding someone who sees the beautiful chaos within you, the messy, imperfect masterpiece that is your soul, and loves you for it. Because true love isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding someone who can handle your perfectly imperfect self. Someone who can laugh with you at the absurdity of it all, hold your hand through the darkness, and celebrate the small victories along the way. Because, let's face it, life is messy. Relationships are even messier. But that messiness, that chaos, That's where the real magic happens. It's in the shared laughter, the quiet moments of understanding, the fierce loyalty in the face of adversity, and the unwavering commitment to face life's challenges together. It's a beautiful, chaotic dance of two souls, finding harmony in their differences, creating a symphony of love from the discordant notes of their individual lives. And that, my friends, is the true essence of a lasting, meaningful connection. A connection that transcends the superficial, dives deep into the heart of who you are, and embraces the beautiful, messy, and utterly unpredictable journey that is love. It's about recognizing that your partner isn't a project to be fixed or perfected, but a fellow traveler on this wild, unpredictable journey called life. It's not about finding someone who completes you. Because, honestly, who wants to be that dependent? But someone who complements you, someone who challenges you to grow, someone who pushes you beyond your comfort zone, and someone who, most importantly, accepts you, flaws and all. Think of it as a beautifully messy collaboration, a co-creation of a life richer and more meaningful than either of you could have imagined alone. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a celebration of imperfection, a recognition that true love isn't a fairy tale, but a courageous adventure, sensing grounded strength and offering steady support. And sometimes, that adventure involves facing your own demons together, navigating the treacherous terrain of your shared pasts, and acknowledging the parts of yourselves you'd rather keep hidden. Because true love isn't blind, it's clear-eyed, accepting, and forgiving. It's the ability to see the darkness within your partner and still choose to love them, to see the cracks in their armor and still embrace their vulnerability. It's about finding someone who not only sees your shadow self, but helps you integrate it into the light, transforming your weaknesses into strengths and your vulnerabilities into sources of connection. Sensing warmth, she seemed drawn toward brighter moments. It's a commitment to showing up, even when it's difficult, even when storms rage, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's the quiet understanding, the shared laughter, the unwavering support, the unwavering loyalty, the unwavering commitment to navigating life's complexities together. And that, my friends, is a love story worth telling. A love story far more interesting than any rom-com could ever hope to be. Because true love isn't a destination. It's a journey, a continuous process of growth, acceptance, and unwavering commitment. A journey taken hand in hand with someone who sees the beautiful chaos within you and loves you for it. It's about recognizing that your partner isn't a puzzle piece meant to complete you. You're already whole, even with your flaws. It's about appreciating the unique, often chaotic, tapestry of their being, embracing the full spectrum of their personality, warts and all. Think of it as a perfectly imperfect jazz solo, each note slightly off-key, yet harmoniously beautiful in its own way. It's about celebrating the dissonance, the unexpected turns, the moments of profound connection amidst the chaos. Jung's concept of individuation isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming authentically yourself. This authentic self, with all its quirks and contradictions, is what attracts someone who truly sees and appreciates you. Finding a partner who mirrors your capacity for self-reflection is key. Someone who challenges you to grow, to confront your shadow self, and to embrace the beautiful messiness of existence. It's less about finding a perfect match and more about finding a perfect mismatch, two unique individuals harmonizing in their differences. Let's face it, happily ever after is a marketing ploy. Real life is messy, unpredictable, and often hilarious. True love is the ability to laugh at life's absurdity, together. It's a shared understanding that life throws curveballs, and a willingness to face them side by side, with a healthy dose of dark humor and unwavering support. It's not about avoiding storms, it's about weathering them together, emerging stronger and more connected. The realization hits like a rogue wave, the romantic ideal crumbles, revealing a far more complex and strangely beautiful reality. This isn't a fairy tale, it's a partnership forged in shared imperfections. It's about accepting the messy, chaotic, and often hilarious truth of two flawed individuals navigating life together. It's about embracing our shadow selves, the parts we try to hide, and finding someone who not only tolerates, but celebrates them. This is the essence of Jungian love, a dance of two imperfect souls, perfectly intertwined. Suddenly, those butterflies feel less like romantic anticipation and more like the nervous energy before a high-stakes game. The thrill remains. But it's tempered with a healthy dose of self-awareness and a touch of existential dread. This isn't about escaping reality, it's about facing it head-on, together. It's about choosing each other, day in and day out, through laughter and tears, triumphs and failures. It's a commitment to understanding, not just accepting, each other's complexities. It's about recognizing that the journey of love is not a straight path, but a winding road, full of unexpected detours, breathtaking vistas, and occasional terrifying cliff edges. And it's about having the courage to navigate those twists and turns, hand in hand, with someone who shares your sense of adventure, even if that adventure occasionally leads you down a rabbit hole of existential questioning. It's a terrifyingly exhilarating realization, isn't it? The fairy tale dissolves, replaced by a grittier, more honest, and ultimately more profound understanding of what love truly means. This isn't a passive experience, it's an active choice, a daily commitment to navigating the unpredictable currents of two imperfect lives. It's about accepting the messy reality, the occasional bickering over whose turn it is to do the dishes, the late-night existential crises, and the shared laughter that follows. It's about finding solace and strength in vulnerabilities, not trying to hide them away. It's about embracing the chaos. This isn't just about the spark, it's about the enduring embers, the quiet moments of shared understanding, and the unspoken language that develops over years of navigating life's complexities together. It's about choosing to build something lasting, something real, something that withstands the inevitable storms. It's about finding a partner who doesn't shy away from your shadow self, but embraces it, illuminating its darkest corners with kindness and humor. It's a partnership that is both intensely intimate and fiercely independent, a beautiful paradox. The butterflies may fade, replaced by a deeper, more enduring connection, a quiet confidence born from shared experiences and mutual respect. The adrenaline rush of new love transforms into the steady, comforting rhythm of a long-term partnership. This is not a passive surrender, it's a conscious, ongoing collaboration. It's about the messy, the beautiful, and the profoundly human aspects of two souls choosing to walk through life together, hand in hand, through sunshine and storms. It's a commitment to facing the unknown, together. The realization dawns, not with a bang, but a gentle sigh of understanding. The idealized vision of true love shatters, revealing a more complex, nuanced reality. It's less a fairy tale and more a gripping documentary about two flawed individuals attempting to navigate the treacherous terrain of shared existence. This is not about finding a perfect match. It's about finding someone who complements your imperfections, someone who sees the cracks and celebrates the mosaic they form together. It's a partnership built on mutual respect, not blind adoration. This newfound perspective shifts the focus from fleeting emotions to enduring commitment. The butterflies may flutter away, replaced by a quiet confidence, a deep-seated understanding that transcends the initial thrill. It's the kind of love that survives the mundane, the arguments over who left the toilet seat up, and shared anxieties over looming deadlines. It's about finding humor in everyday chaos, a shared sense of irony that binds you together through life's trials and tribulations. It's about accepting imperfections, both yours and your partner's, and celebrating the unique beauty that arises from that acceptance, sensing familiar comfort and gentle solace. Consider this. You meet someone, sparks fly, and suddenly you're convinced you've found your missing piece. But what if those sparks are merely a potent cocktail of neurochemicals, a biological imperative to procreate, cleverly disguised as destiny? What if your brain is simply playing a convincing trick on you? Carl Jung, a master of the unconscious mind, wouldn't have embraced the fairy tale. He viewed love as a far more complex, and frankly, messier process. He believed true love wasn't a passive discovery, but an active process of confronting one's shadow self, the darker, less palatable aspects of personality usually kept hidden. Jung argued that lasting relationships are not about finding a perfect match, but about finding someone who can tolerate your shadow self and help you integrate it into your whole being. It's less happily ever after and more a thrilling, occasionally terrifying, journey of self-discovery, together. It's a dance with the darkness, a mutual negotiation of vulnerabilities, and a shared understanding that sometimes the most beautiful things are born from the deepest shadows. It's not about avoiding conflict, it's about navigating it with brutal honesty and a shared sense of dark humor. And that, my friends, is the real deal. It's the kind of love that builds resilience, not just romance. The kind of love that survives not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Because it's built on a solid foundation of mutual respect and acceptance, even when the butterflies have flown and been replaced by the comforting presence of well-worn slippers and a shared sense of knowing each other's deepest fears. It's a love story written not in fairy dust, but in the everyday grit and grace of two imperfect souls. What do you think? Anyone with similar experiences should comment below and check out the full video via the link below.